think it's important to know where we're going is to understand where we came from. Anybody in this room know who invented F&I departments? Okay. There's a guy named Pat Ryan. You may have heard of him as Pat Ryan Associates. Then they bought him out, got rid of him, and changed the name, which was probably the dumbest marketing thing you could ever do. I watch car companies do this all the time. They'll take like a car that's the best-selling car for like 20 years, and they'll want to change its name. Taurus. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. People are so smart sometimes. But as you go through this, Pat Ryan, his father owned a dealership, and this was, I want to say like somewhere between like 40s and 60s. Pat Ryan did not want to be in the car business. He sold life insurance. So this is back in the day before internet, anything else. He literally going door to door. You ever thought about dying and what that's going to mean to your family? Get off my porch. Get out. Like, think how hard job that is. You know, you got the people with the vacuums coming over. That's much easier to sell me a vacuum than life insurance when you come to my house, right? So he started doing that. Did that for about a year. And he's like, it's just struggling. It's hard to do. At the same time, the car business at the time, like, it was hard to get a job in the car business. Like, you had to know somebody and be the best of the best to get in the car business because they made really good money. They're salespeople. There weren't like the computers and the printers in their dealerships. They had to hand write everything. So to hand write, it was only a few pieces of paper, maybe a finance contract, and then they had to calculate and figure out all the numbers and everything else. So imagine that right now with just your sales force or yourself having to hand write every piece of paper, including the finance contract, and not making a mistake. Annoying, right? And as a salesperson, these people just want to sell stuff, sell the car, go have a good day. They don't want to do all the paperwork. That's kind of normal for most salespeople. The only reason you guys do paperwork in F&I is because you have to, So he went to his father and goes, look, I got an idea. I'm sick of going door to door, sell life insurance. I think I have an idea for your car dealership. I tell you what, your guys don't like doing paperwork. I'll handle all the paperwork. Just allow me to sell life insurance to them when they come back. So started the first F&I department. So the first presentation in F&I was this. You'll be happy to know you have a fully protected payment, Ashley, in case you pass away. Car's gonna be paid off, left to your family. Sign here. It was an assumptive close. It ran like 100%. Everybody's like, okay, that sounds great. That's how the original process started with F&I. So from that, he's like, he just sold more life insurance in a month than he did in the last year. Like, I got something here. And this is before all the regulations and everything where they messed up your life insurance, especially in this state. So he then starts to recruit, hire people, and place them at other dealerships to do the same thing. Now, he basically created an insurance company based off this concept that will do paperwork for you. So now it starts to spread like wildfire. That was the first product. Now, the next product that came out was service contract. And the service contract went like 3-year terms because most of the factory warranties were 12 months, 12,000 miles. So the presentation changed to where this is your fully protected payment sign here. Oh, by the way, we have a service contract. Here's what it does. Here's what it is. Do you want to handle objections? So you had a assumptive close with a step sell. Okay. So then here comes paint sealants. Here comes gap insurance in the late 90s. So things kept adding in. And at the same time, more F&I products came out. The reason they came out, because there was need for them. But at the same time, the manufacturers started taking away profit opportunities from the dealers. Because back in the day, you could sell radios. The salesperson sold them. Oh, you got a car. It's getting quiet. You want a radio in it? Put the radio in it, only about $30 more a month, don't worry. Think about how much that radio costs. And they're making huge amount of money off the radios, and then all of a sudden the people put them in. If you started back when I did, like OnStar systems, navigations, you could go buy them in other places. They didn't come standard with the cars. Now, for the most part, they're standard. They keep doing that, so it took away profit opportunities, so it expanded. So what was happening is now you have 3 or 4 different programs to sell, and that's fine. You assume the life insurance, and then I'm going to step sell service contracts, I'm going to step sell gap, and step sell paint sealants. Sometimes even stores had just a department that would sell the paint sealants, and then come back to you, and then you would sell stuff. It was like, they called it the aftermarket department. Aftermarket department, anything that was like a hard ad, like paint sealants, bug shields, bed liners, all that sold there, they come to you and you sell the insurance products. So then you start moving down the road as budgets get tighter, profits shrink a little bit, aftermarket department out. Don't need to pay that person, we can roll it all in F&I. At the same time, CSI comes in. So here's the presentation. going through it, but I mean, to go through every single product, give a good presentation, handle objections, and close it, you don't have enough time. If you did all that, your time was too long and your CSI was bad. Okay? There were classes that taught you to take everything and give them highest payment at 36 months, have them freak out, ask for more down money, then bump them to 48 months, have them freak out again, ask for more down money, take them to 60 months, get them a little bit more down money at the payment they wanted to have. That's what was taught to people. So you can understand why there is a bad taste in the mouth for people to come to F&I, because that's the experience they had. So then, in the late 90s, menus were brought out. You might know who invented menus and why they happened. Somebody like me. Here's the reason. Amy. Okay, Amy, I you keep saying you're presenting this product every time, but you haven't sold one in 3 months. By the way, in F&I, if you ever tell somebody you're working with that you present it every time, you haven't sold one in 3 months, you're lying. You didn't present it, because I could get you to sell these little bracelets for $200 if you had to, at a 3-month period. So they weren't presenting things, so this guy was like frustrated. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna put them all on a piece of paper. But the first menu wasn't the menu that you know. They actually made it like a package sell. So it was everything all on one piece of paper. So I come in, I'm like, instead of making a service contract one thing, gap one thing, this one thing, I just made it as a package, the best package available. They object to that. I strip out a product, reclose the new package. So it was like, think of your menu the way you see it now in the 4 columns. Think of your platinum package and just keep shrinking it every time they object. That was the style. But still, you had a problem with people presenting it. Then it became like mandatory. Everybody said it's a law, you have to have it. Just so you know, it is a rule for us that you should have a menu. It will keep you safe. It will keep you, you can defend yourself if you ever end up in court, because people can sue you. But there is no law that says you have to have a menu. Like, a lot of times they say that. There's a law, you have to have it. There's no law. And there's a law in California, I think. But other than here, there's no law. Should there be? Yes, disclosure. But you have disclosure in other places. However, I'm not telling you not to use a menu. Be clear with that. But what was happening is you had people that have been selling, package selling and selling this way for a long time. Menu hit. And the way the menu was trained is throw the menu out in front of them and then magically sell a bunch of stuff, go over it and close it. Well, the people that have been selling for like 10, 15 years go to do this. They can't get through the presentation without somebody objecting. They throw it away, won't use the menu. So you had a 10-year period of people just refused to use menus, and that was the reason why. Then you had newer F&I people coming in that had to use a menu, and that was the only presentation they knew. So there's a bunch of things going wrong with that. Now, the good thing is you should learn something from every one of these styles. There's something to be said with the assumptive close. There's something to be said with package selling. There's something to be said with taking a widget and step selling it. And there's something to be said for menu selling. The trick is to combine them all. I look at the F&I presentation no different than I look at MMA fighting. Anybody follow MMA at all? Okay. Back in the day, it used to be straight MMA, mixed martial arts. Karate guy versus boxer. Judo versus this guy. And then there were these Brazilians that did, they're called the Graces, did basically it's grappling, Brazilian style jiu-jitsu. And you'd have a guy that's like double the size of me, but ripped, not like with the dormant muscle guy rocking, but ripped, and like a little dude, make him cry in 30 seconds. They were just beating everybody. So then the mixed martial arts became a true mixed martial arts where they're like, no, we gotta learn that. So then they started learning different styles to have mixed martial arts, and that's what you have today. Like, if you don't know how to do this one style, you're gonna get beat up. You don't know how to do this style, you're gonna get hurt. So you have to know them all to be the best. The F&I presentation is no different than that. We're gonna use different pieces of each one.